Okay folks, we're live again and we're back in the Outer Worlds tonight. So we will be continuing this most excellent story we've been enjoying. I'll just get the game to load. Welcome to the stream. So last time we were doing side questing in Edgewater, but we're also making our way over to where these deserters are. We've been instructed to basically divert power from them, force them back into the company town of Edgewater. But I want to find out a bit more about who these people actually are before I go doing anything like that. Not made my mind up yet who I support. I'm not particularly impressed with Spacer's Choice and their cannery. So we're here. Ah, yeah, primal nests. We found that, didn't we? And over here is where these deserters are, but we've abandoned industrial zone. Okay. Our task at the moment is basically there was a guy here we had to shoot, and we have shot him. So we're going to check out this, check here, and then we'll probably head over to there. That was a high level place we can't do yet. Okay, so let's see. There's no red showing on the map bar. Thank you very much, Weaselboy314, for the follow. Can't see what it's not as straightforward as it seems. Oh, well, welcome to the stream. And yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. I want this game to make you have to make some hard choices. So, yeah. Oh, I'm not paying attention to where I'm stepping. Right, let's just make sure no one's about to come and shoot me for that. Right, yeah. Okay, we should probably also do this though. So skills, points available. Oh right, I'm concussed. Let's just wait for the concussion to clear then. Didn't realise the concussion. Right. Yeah, we'll have all of that. Okay, cool. We are no longer concussed. Right. We do want to get ranged up. We've got good stealth. There's also tech. Leadership has opened up the extra attack. I think we want to get a bit more damage. So there we go there. And we got to drop the other points in. Okay. Probably do need to pay attention to the old social skills. So books. Tactical time dilation lasts longer, and we do have an improved recharge rate. I'm not a loner on this playthrough. I'm kind of thinking, as I'm wearing lighter armor, I can improve armor though. Maybe you should have been born as... I'm liking that one. I do use a tactical time dilation. Okay, you don't appear to be active anymore. Missed that one, didn't I? Right. Hello, who put all these mines around here? Just making sure there's no more enemies around before we start looting. Okay. Looks to be clear. No, it wasn't. Oh, the mechanicals. Okay. Let's loot up. We'll leave the primal nest till I come back this way. Hiya, Neo. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're well. Construction mechanical. Okay. Mechanical sentry. Well, as it can be since I'm working. That's fair enough, of course, yeah. I always forget you're a good 5 hours behind me. Right. There's plenty to loot here. All the stuff we shot last week. Energy container, eh? No idea what that is. How am I doing on weight? Whoa! Okay, the weight's shooting up. Oh, didn't actually mean to do that. Okay, that's not going to cost me anything. Ooh. Right, we're going to be encumbered now. No, but we will be very soon. Tremor cleaver. Okay. Interesting. Avati. Yeah, you should stick with that hammer. Okay, we don't need all of this stuff, and we can break stuff down because of our tech. We found almost 80 units of animal meat in my inventory that I hadn't realised I was holding around. Whoa! Okay, I can understand that being a surprise. We want to keep that for the moment, but that's nothing special. In terms of assault rifles, we don't need another 2. We really don't need that pistol. A spade's not as bad as a weapon. We really don't need... Those actually don't sell too badly, do they? We want to keep those. But we want to ditch that. We've got... Interesting. It's 28, that's 14 times 12. Right. Armor wise, what are we carrying? Right, I don't go for the Marauder armors. Patch low pressure armor, okay. Retrofitted power armor. Ooh. That's a lot split +5. Oh, that's one I've already got. Pavati. That would give her armor 10. That would give her armor 9. Yeah, I don't want that one. Keeping that for old time's sake. That's dropped me to 108. Let's just check I'm not wandering around with 80 units of meat. Okay. Fistful of digits. I can't turn in his finger. I'll do that later.
Oh, you got that?
Okay. Right, what we got here then? Help myself to that.
Something you need?
Oh, sorry, you were just in the way. Vati's always impressed with your petty larceny. She is. She doesn't seem to object, which I like. I do tend to steal anything that's not nailed down. Okay. What are you all about? It's a very pretty game, this. Plasma rifle. Wow now. $71. Energy. Burn. $52 to 101. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we got a ton of energy. Hold the attack button to build the energy and then release. What we should probably do therefore is give ourselves a melee weapon there. Kind of partial of that. Right. This building here. Can we get in? Check these. Makeshift low pressure armor. And the answer is no, I hadn't checked them. Okay. Ooh. Thank you. Whoa.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You sound confused or possibly unscrewed.
Only thing unscrewed around here is the head of that marauder you took down. Never seen moves like that outside my serial dramas.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something
I'm
for
great
me.
at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here? Are you even? How are you even alive? Are you from Edgewater? Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How do you put it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of adrenal time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Right. How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Are you from Edgewater?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself.
Right.
Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
There was something else actually, was there?
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Right. I'll be back. You sound like a potential companion, but not sure if I actually want you on my crew. I mean, I don't mind the outlaw bit, but you do seem a bit... Not sure if I would use the word trustworthy of her. Right. We'll leave the primal nest till later. We're going to head up there. We're also out here looking for some bird watchers as well. Found one camp. There's another somewhere. Hence why I'm... Oh. Okay. Well. Could be time to... Level 5. Level 5. Nice.
Here we go.
Whoa! That's was not necessarily a good idea. Yowza. Need to use that rifle differently. Cool.
Where I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
Okay, cool. Right, let's save that. I should have saved before. Right. We need to play around with that more, so for the moment we're going to stick with what we know. And we're going to leave those primals alone. Let's get to the botanical garden. Right. We've got at least 3.
Got it. Heads down.
Thank you, Pavati. You got what level are these guys? Level 2. Oh, I've got to stop doing that. Right. There we go.
Down they go.
You hiding? He's scared.
Okay. So stealth sort of sniper build. Okay, that did not put that one down.
Got this.
Buddy, what are you doing?
That's the last of them.
Okay. Oh, she took that down nicely. Good job. Thank you. All of that's useful.
Easy.
Shock cannon. Heavy weapons, energy. We're getting some tactical shotgun. Wow. Okay, I'm definitely encumbered. Right. Wow, so light. Interesting. Okay. Shot cannon. 134 DPS. Got some interesting weapons. We'll break that down as well. And we'll break that down. Armor wise. Tech skills +5 Pavati. What armor you got on? That skills +5. Oh, you got some better protection. I've got 2 suits of this heavy armor. Probably want to sell that. That's Marauder gear. I think we've got everything. Right. I think we've been through here, but I should check. Oh, apparently I haven't been. Okay. Oh, what's that? Bypass shunt, thank you very much. Some more light ammo. Step behind the back here. Right. Load of dead marauders.
Hey, that's impressive.
Take the armor parts. Ooh, Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I've finally found everything I need to build my own flying dev machine. Wow. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board will build their mechanicals with custom tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds and the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and then giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Oh, I bet that ended well. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to have ended well. Combat drone. Residence. Plasma rifle. Right, I am encumbered again. So. We can break that down. We can break that down. Those plasma rifles sell well, so I probably want to keep some of these weapons just for their sale value. And that has given me enough. In terms of food, probably want to look to sell some of that. Right. Weapon parts, thank you. Another mag pick. Some bits. A speed grip. Okay. So lots of bits and pieces. This place has definitely been worth the visit. What do we got here?
Great work.
Thank you. Oh. Am I encumbered again? Yes, I am. Crossbow stick. Yeah. There we go. Right. So you want to go back up and then up there. Yeah, I think with the energy weapons I'm preferring the pistol to the rifle. The rifle's too slow firing. Pistol's good when something is in your face. Yeah. Okay. Botanical lab. Here we go.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
I'm not after any trouble.
I don't know you. Whatever
No.
you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide? I'm not going to tell this lady that Reed sent me.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my
Well,
ship.
look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights
Ooh.
ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
In-game religion is actually kind of interesting, and I assume not what you assumed it was going to be. Cool. I look forward to finding out more. Upbeat, a little strange, loves Rizzos. Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in a marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, marauder camp? Is she all right?
You mean in the head, or? She's fine. They were getting along.
Getting along? What? Sitting around a campfire telling stories? If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Well, I've got questions about
Tell
Zoe.
you what I can.
How well do you know
Well,
her?
enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Right.
What is
I'm
it?
not... Okay, cool. So we're going to have to try and convince Zoe, but we're going to have to talk to Stefan if we're going to want to try that. Because Zoe doesn't want to come back yet. Cool. Alright. I'm rapidly learning to check behind houses. Mr. Ouch. Thank you. No one's looking, so...
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Ah. Well, this is quite the place. That's the hot house.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Okay. So if they're just listed as a deserter, they probably don't have much to say. Would you close the door, please? Thank you. Right. Always need some ammo. I'll take these as well. Hopefully there's a vendor around here. Not sure if there is, though. Right, before we start looting everything and filling up.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Let's... You're just a deserter. 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 Ooh, Thomas. Okay. Is there a vending machine around here somewhere? Breakdown. No, I don't want to do that. We do have... We could tinker with that rifle a bit more. And... we should be able to... So that's a 6x scope. Go on then. Nice. Okay. Workbench again. Let's see, is there anything we can do there? Nope. Can we help out Bhavati? Damage type plasma. Change the damage type increases. Right. Well, we probably want to install that. It's best not to think about how it works. Modifications. Oh, it's already got a modification. Okay, we're going to leave it alone then if it's already modified. Right, hothouse. So, again, before we go in, well, Adelaide.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Oh, you must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse
Sure.
me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Uh-huh. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe. And the universe
And
yields its
microwave.
bounty equally,
Oh,
absent of prejudice.
microwave tea. Now that's heresy. Okay, I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Special fertilizer. Looks like you've made a home for yourself
A
out here.
home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Oh. Why did you leave your old
It
home?
is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
I can respect that. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
I don't disagree with you about Reed. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp is a power regulator. I needed to repair my shed.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
I'm more
If you're
inclined to
going
that.
down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero to you,
A
maybe.
hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
You think Reed's just trying to spy? Let's say I help you. What happens to
Life in
Edgewater?
Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. lives.
But what about the ones who don't come to your camp? You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing out a face to give him your side. What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them.
She's
Body,
not wrong.
blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
I guess you have a point.
So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Right. Intriguing. I delivered Reed's message, but Adelaide refused to return to Edgewater. Okay. Stranger in a strange land. Okay, so neither of the power regulators can be removed unless power is denoted. Right. Let's have a look around. I might go back and talk to Reed before I do anything. Or I might go... I could do with selling up. Ooh. Doesn't appear to be a crime. Emerald Vale Botanical Lab and Experimental Facility. Personnel files. Hack. Yes, please. Open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavour. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. Soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertiliser. Tired of having the taste of salt tuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. Yeah? Last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. So, malnutrition is the cause of the plague. Experimental notes. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automation of the corporate machine. The greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I'm determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavours. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in the region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural Fertilizer bursting with organic materials just as nature intended. Okay. So, that does swing things towards the lab. Because obviously people here don't have plague. A lot of this is down to Reed's mismanagement and Spacer's choice. But not everyone in Edgewater is just going to want to abandon the place. And there are marauders out there. If I cut the power to Edgewater, I could kill a lot of people. So what was that I just picked up? Magnum. Range weapon mod increases the amount of ammunition the weapon's magazine carries. Ooh. Make sure I'm not being looked at. Right, control armor. I think I'm encumbered. Yep. Don't necessarily want to break any of those down if we can avoid it. We'll break this down. Don't want to break down Pavati's original armor though. There we go. Make sure she's not walled back in as I'm doing this. She is in this room, isn't she? Yeah, there she is. So it won't nick anything from the room while she's still in here. Okay, cool. Right. Let's have a little look around here, see if there's a vending machine. Huh. Okay. Should probably talk to Thomas, although Pavati might not be happy to see him.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
No. Just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
Oh, right.
Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. Maybe you should come clean. Why are you telling me this? You're lucky the council. Let's go with this one.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
I reckon I've got
Those
2
are
of them
good.
already.
My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy.
Yeah.
Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day. You mentioned 2 pads. What about the
I wish
3rd?
I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say.
Okay, well, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Got 2. Yeah. Part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years.
Out of potatoes.
I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Ooh, 300 bits. Okay. Hold on, I've got one more for you.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
500 bits. I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Let's just see if there's anything else
What's
I
on
want
your
to ask
mind?
you. How long have you lived
Couple
here?
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way.
Nice.
I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my
Oh.
incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You
Oh.
could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Oh.
What's on
Anything
your
else?
mind?
Nope, that's it. Let's just use this workbench. I'm kind of thinking. Plus 50% magazine size. Yeah. We're doing that. Right, so there was someone else we needed to talk to here so that we can get this Zoe back maybe. Also, I want to have a look around a bit more. You know? This place is a darn sight better than Edgewater. I'm still not just ready to divert power away from Edgewater with no good reason. Well, no, there is good reason, but I'm still not ready to do it. There's the power regulator. Okay, well I know where they both are now. So once I make my mind up as to which one I'm going to take.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, Stefan's got supplies, is he? That sounds like a vending machine. What are you, Stefan? Whoa! It's kind of not friendly. Won't blow it up though. Always do with a couple of bypass shunts. Crikey, they've done well. Okay. Right, let's find this Stefan, find out what he knows about Zoe. And hopefully get to sell some of our stuff that I want to unburden myself of. Huh. Okay, if you're going to just stand there and look at me like that. So that door doesn't just lead outside, it leads to something. Are you heading out? Oh, cool. Excuse me.
Gosh, that's clever.
Won't have long in here. We're going to need as much ammo as we can possibly get our hands on. And cool. Okay. Right. That's not openable. What have we got in here? Frozen dinners, Citrino. Come on, there's got to be a vending machine around here somewhere. Well, Stefan, hello.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
Huh.
Something I can help you with?
You mean not salt tuna? I like it. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Beanie, lightweight. Oh! Cost 39. Got one of them already. The Mag 2 melts. Restricted, cannot purchase yet. Gyro sight, ranged weapon spread minus 20%. Okay. Tech skills. Melee weapon. A fiver. Extender sight. Handgun using heavy. Not bad. Huh. Different beanies. I like it. Right. Time to sell some stuff. We can sell that. We haven't tried those. Didn't much like the plasma rifle, so we're going to sell that as well. Yeah, no, it's not showing the stuff I've got equipped, so we can sell both of those. Right. In terms of this here armor, we definitely got to sell one of them. Where does that leave us? 106. Yalza. Okay, we've definitely got to sell some more.
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
So, armor-wise, we can also sell that actually. What I've got in mind, we won't be using that. Haven't tried all of these weapons out. Before I sell some, I probably should. Right. So, I think I'm going to pass on the Spacer's Choice foods. Although that's frozen dinner. You've never eaten anything from your inventory? Yeah, I'm not sure you really need to, do you? Right. Natural food for me, except for where it's going to give me a base health beast. The inhaler seems to be pretty well stocked most of the time. Okay. There is definitely... Yeah, I think you're right. There's stuff that will do... give me more hits. Which could be good. More armor. Critical damage plus 15%. That's nice. Adrena time. Don't like the crash aspect of that. Spacer's Choice. Mushroom which increases intelligence for a short time. Don't really have a problem with that, so... Dervish Mist. I'm not a melee character. Immunized harmful status effects duration minus 50%. Yeah, I don't like those. That's got a downside. Companion ability cooldown. Ranged weapons got disadvantages. Same with that. That's something I'm probably never going to use. Yeah, a lot of these things. That because I'm a sniper. Increase noise while moving. Increase carrying capacity. Reduces the noise of each shot. Okay, let's
Something I
talk
can help
about
you
your
with?
friend. Tell one of your numbers gone
You mean
missing.
Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
I don't think you knew her that well. What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics.
What?
Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Oh, really? What was that about surprising
The other
Zoe?
day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Any chance you could lend me that copy?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Zoe's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Oh, wow. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show? Yeah, we'll go with that
Yeah,
one.
you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition.
Probably.
Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Got some more questions
I'll
about
help
Zoe.
if I can.
Was she acting strange?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay.
Hey,
Anything
I got
else?
time.
Nope. Right. How are we doing for weight? That's better. So my armor. Okay. Mm-hmm. Modify. Armor mod. Oh, that's the carrying capacity. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've got that to hand back in. there's a primal nest, and we could go and clear out whatever's at the geothermal plant before we decide what we're going to do. Retrieve a logic module. Okay, the frightened engineer. Into the cannery and left it in an unused office. Right. Wait a sec, that must be the one I found. Okay, so I reckon I found the one that was in the unused office. So we should go and do that one. And nothing botched. Right. Let's see if we can't get Zoe to come back.
What is it?
Oh. Right, it just occurred to me, I'm probably carrying junk. Yeah, I need to sell that junk.
Something I can help you with?
Tray, please.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Right, so if I hold Z, I sell all my junk. Oh. Ah, that amounted to some weight. Fair enough. Right. Fistful of digits. See if we can't convince Zoe to return. Let's just check around here though. Ooh. Right, so we got Zoe and we got that primal nest. See if we can get her to return. She really shouldn't be hanging around with those marauders. It's not like they're doing well with me around. Also, of course. Right. Let's see if we can do better with these. Well, I mean, now she's just hanging out in an empty neighborhood. Yeah, she is indeed. You're quite right.
Got it? Inside voices.
Now, if I could just actually get to see any of them from this range. Right, need to be in stealth.
Here we go!
Come on! liking my gun. Right. Lavati seems to have survived that, which is good. Because that did not go anywhere near as well as I hoped. I would have had to reload if I'd lost Bhavati. Right. Ooh. Ah, so pretty. Okay. Another tremor cleaver. Nice. Bhavati's good. Right, let's save there then. Where are we going here? What's out this way? There's stuff down there. Painted mongrel. Level 5. There's a howler, there's a mongrel, there's a feral. Right.
We go! Woohoo! Got 'em all.
Nice. North Gulch discovered. Ah. There's more around here than I realised. At this rate, I'm going to be surprised if we get through everything in Edgewater tonight. That's kind of cool, that. Ooh. Marauders in bits. Okay. That was kind of cool. Now, I'm looking at my weapons. I do like that assault rifle. It's just a good combination of things. Okay. In case we screw this up. Did we loot you? We must have. Hello, Zoe. Let's have a chat.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
Stefan wanted to watch this with you.
I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying.
Why did you
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself.
Such commitments.
I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
Right. Cool. So, return to Grace. Yep, if there's a reward. Oh, wait a sec. New save, I think. We should really have 3. Right. Primal Camp. There's plenty down there to loot. They will be able to come up this slope. Looks like we have a cave. Level 2 though. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with these. Okay. Well.
Run this quick!
Okay. Nice. Cleared them out in short order. And Pavati's not hurt, which is great. Right. Just be cautious. Aha. So we've got the cave. We've got all of this. What we got here? Corporate Commander. Old reliable. Ooh. Darn it. Got to modify that one. Heavy weapons, lights. Ooh. Damage 30, damage 21. Okay, cool. Alright, what we got here then? Corporate Commander Security Blade. Music box toughened. A Mr. Ouch. And a bits cartridge. Right, I hear stuff, but I can't see stuff. Right, before I break into the geothermal plant, I think I want to head back to Edgewater and see if Reed might say anything. I mean, given that his people are falling sick due to his incompetence, that is the geothermal plant, so it should be okay here. This area should all be cleared out. And we have the digit to hand in. Oh, we've got to go back to Grace and get our reward there. Right. So, Constable. There we go.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't packed.
Vale's a little safer, thanks to you.
He'd turn the bounty.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
Antrim.
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. He was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint to ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this, Junior Deputy Constable?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Fair enough. How did so many of your people end up marauders?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Sounds like Marauders have been a problem for a while.
Ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good out here, but it ain't easy. Some folk can't keep pace with the demands of frontier life. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Marauders seem to like adrenatime.
Everybody likes adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime.
Something else I wanted to ask.
What's on your mind?
As
long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
So who do you work for, Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
There was one other thing.
Something to report?
No,
as long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Okay. Closed bounties. Open bounties. Right. There are no open bounties.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Right, I want to talk to Reed again if I can. Wow, tactical shotgun in there. Ooh, a vending machine. Okay. What modifications? Magazine size 50%. Weapon range 25%. I like both of those for my new light machine gun. We have the cash. Going to buy that. And we're going to buy that. We'll empty a few of these. Right. I think we need to realise that we are not going to keep all of this weaponry. So I've got a melee character lined up, and those would be good weapons. That's not going to be as good as the tremor cleaver, so we sell that. Sawed-off or tactical shotgun. Security blade. That's even better. That's bleed. Okay. That's heavy weapons. Ooh. That's kind of nice. I want to try a couple of these weapons before I get rid of them though. Hiya, Subsonic! We don't want accidents. Apologies, I was so absorbed in the game I didn't realise you were there for a moment. Sorry. Right. Let's see if we can find the lift up to Reed. Here we go. I want to have a chat with Reed. He's asking me to cut the power. Well, I think Adelaide's a better lead than he is. I also think Edgewater is a more defensible location against marauders.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Don't you people eat anything other than
Word up
Saltuna?
to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, so... what world is that?
You mean you don't know? Why, Monarch, of course. Spacer's Choice ran a mighty fishing enterprise on that world. As it so turns out, Saltuna do not take as readily to the waters of Terra 2. Scrawnier than their Monarch cousins. Forces us to pack our cans with additives, you see.
So what are you canning
Oh,
here?
we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
You'd have something with a bit less sprat. I think I agree with you, Weasel Boy. I think I agree with you. Let me ask you
Go
something
ahead.
else. Take a look around your town lately.
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Really? You're loyal to Spacer's Choice?
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Wow, your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family.
Delusional.
We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
Let me ask you something
ahead.
else. We need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure. Yeah, let's go with that.
Doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
You withhold medicine from your own workers?
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
That can't be easy.
It is not easy for me. And the moment it becomes easy is the moment I am no longer fit to serve.
See, it's got some redeeming
Spacer's
qualities
Choice
like
is
that.
a family, and the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
What makes you think I can convince these deserters to come
That
back?
you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have a personal history?
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Salt Tuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored salt tuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Right, can I
Go
get
ahead.
anything else?
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
Right. So... there is one place in town we haven't been, which is the sick house. Actually,
I appreciate what you've done, but we shouldn't be seen together.
okay.
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own.
Right.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Why? What's going on
Figured it was
here?
obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. They could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you. People will talk. Company always tells us.
Right.
Weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
Yikes. That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Esther said she was going to distribute some medicine to those who needed
Esther's got medication? How? Did the boss get a new shipment? I'm sorry, it's just I thought we couldn't spare the medicine. Nope, I'm sorry. I can't accept help from Esther. If I deserved treatment, I wouldn't be here.
it. You're wrong.
Why?
Persuade.
That is exactly what I've been doing. Not my place to dole out punishment. Not even against myself. All right, you made your point. If Esther offers to treat me, I won't turn her down.
Oh. Yikes.
Company ammo!
This is not the way you should be treating people. Okay.
One down!
Oh.
Waste of company ammo!
Right, I wonder if I talk to Esther, will there be a new option?
I've got some time.
You going to give the medicine too?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
Okay, that's not changed any.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna.
Right. Modifier options don't show the new gun. Is that because it's already? Or maybe it just can't be modified. That's slightly annoying. So I bought some mods to put on it. Back to SAP. Okay. take a look at this. We could rate of fire plus 15%. Increase the weapon's critical damage. And reduce the noise of each shot. That could be made. Oh right, that just means I've got 3 different barrel mods, not that I can put 3 mods onto it. It's not bad though. Right. 429. 134. Damage 34. Damage 30. We need to head back to Adelaide. We got a hand in our quest for Zoe. I want to talk to Adelaide again. If Reed had new dialogue, maybe Adelaide will. Let's give some of these a go. So this is... so old reliable. I mean, despite there's a mag mod on there, but that is significantly better. Okay, and not sure how this works. Not sure about that at all. Let's keep things simple. Some vending machine. Ooh. What's this? Power source, spacious choice, electrical transformer. I see, yes. That's a way for me to steal that, but we don't want to do that. Not yet. I love the music in this game. Notifications lost and found. Of course, yes, I have read that. That's barred. Just someone's house.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Right, so the store.
Work your jaw on some Spacer's Chaw.
Yeah, let me see what
Music
you're
to my
trading.
ears.
Well, that's not bad, but I want to sell. Right. We only need one of these shotguns. I'm gonna miss that. Right.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Huh.
Music to my ears.
Right, weapons. Sell weapons. Sell that. Gonna sell that. Okay. Right, let's head on out.
Almost lost a finger.
Huh. So, yeah. Let's go talk to Adelaide again and let's hand in the quest there, and then we will see what the situation is at the geothermal plant. Why, hello.
Hey, here we go! Wow, great work!
Nice. That didn't last long. Those guys weren't there before. Right. Well. Do you like me a quick stealth kill?
Get ready.
Right, here we go.
Everyone all right?
Cool. Dealt with them well. Huh. I suspect I didn't check this place properly. Well, let's loot away.
You're fast.
Yep. Nice. Okay. I'll pick that in a moment, but let's take these.
Wow, you got that?
An assault rifle. Oh, bypass shunts, that's useful. Need them for their hacking. Must have just completely missed all of them. Don't think they re-popped, but a bit surprised at that. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. God. There's the lady.
What is it?
I taught Zoe into coming
We
back.
didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with Band of Orders, they hadn't hurt her. Think about wanting to be an outlaw, I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Nice. Right. Cool, Deserter's reputation has increased. Lady, let's have another chat.
Anything else I can do for you?
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am. When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know.
Tried the best, now
These two
try the
lamps
rest.
of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the veil. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the veil?
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
You could always continue your way of life back in
Not
town.
under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because
Try that.
Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away. But Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy
Yikes.
didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed is his own side of that story?
I could not possibly care less if he does. But you're surely welcome to ask him.
I wonder, does that mean
I'm
the conversation with Reed is advanced? This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
Wow. No, I mean, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
Hoping this is all a bad dream and I'm still in hibernation.
I get the sense that when you say hibernation, you are not talking about a full night's sleep.
Do I trust her enough to tell her more?
From?
Does the hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Vale.
You never met anyone from the Hope? There were thousands on that ship.
Oh dear. I see what's happening. You've been taking Adrena time. That stuff will burn right through your upper story. Leave you raving and babbling. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships.
Yeah, that's why I haven't told anyone
past.
else. Why I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you. I'm listening.
Interesting. Okay. Right. So, we've met the deserters. They don't seem like a bad bunch and are definitely running things better than Reed is in town. So I don't want to cut their power. Not rightly sure what I'm going to do yet though. I will ask if I need to. I'm going to try and figure it out on my own. Thank you for the offer though, and thank you for checking before you said anything. That is actually appreciated. Right, I am just going to take 5 minutes, well, not 5 minutes, a couple of minutes to go grab myself a glass of water. All this talking and all. And I will be back in just a moment. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go to this power plant. So I don't think I'm just going to waltz in there. So I'm going to deal with whatever's there before I make any final decisions. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay. Just check this is still working. Cool. We have captions. Right then. Let's head to this here geothermal power plant and see if there might be anything here as well. Ideally, I want to find a way to get Reed to step down, Adelaide to take charge, and basically improve the place. I don't want to be cutting off, forcing one side or the other to do anything that's not in their interest. But at the moment, I'm not sure how to do that. I mean, to be honest with you, right now, what I'm inclined to do is to cut Edgewater's power, but I think that would be a terrible idea. Oh, you identify as hostile. Okay, so there's a mechanical gardening in there. Looks like there might be a building here though. Interesting, control terminal. There's a mechanical guardian, there's a mechanical sentry, so guess would be I don't want to tangle with the guardian up close. And a combat drone. There's at least 3, no, 4. This is one of those times where I almost wish there was the whole Assassin's Creed thing of being able to mark your enemies. However unrealistic it might be. Right, let's see if we can do something sneaky. Can we get in there, for example? Is there a way of shutting things down? Well, there's a way in. Time to save. Right, if we get close to something.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Oh, that looked like a corporate guard rather than a marauder. There's a mechanical sentry. They're definitely hostile.
System.
I'm ready for this.
Sweeping the area.
Wow, not even a scratch.
Okay. Well done, lady. Sneaky sneak. I imagine those blow up in some fashion. I also imagine I probably don't want to be near them when they do blow up. Advanced defensive helmet. Yeah, corporate guards. Right. We can hack this. Power plant security terminal. Disarm the security fences. View recent logs. Let's start with the recent logs. Error. Security logs inaccessible. In keeping with Space Choice Company policy, all security logs have been terminated in the event of a major emergency, catastrophic event, or security breach. Scheduled security updates at this Space Choice facility are critically overdue. Your last scheduled security update occurred on error date not found. Remember the Space Choice security detail assigned to this location. Please turn in your identification for immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in an immediate reprimand. Thank you. Disabled the security fences. Alright, let's sweep through this way. . Nothing I can see there. Scientist. Right, if there's a sentry on one side, there'll be a sentry on the other. Ooh. It's another way in. Tamed? Mechanical sentry. Right, I'd rather be taking these folk from a distance. That's what this gun's for.
This'll be quick. Woo! Nice work.
Okay. Stumbled into them. Right, that's... yeah, that's the abandoned Spacer's Choice settlement with the level 8s. So I ain't taking them on. Is this a perch I want? I think I found these before. Yeah, I guess that I did, given that they're all empty. No, I haven't checked out there yet. That's something to do another time. Our job is the geothermal power plant right now. That's not too far down. Ouch. Right, we want a nice sniping spot. If we can, somewhere in long grass. Ah. I obviously missed that before. Because I've got a damage bonus if I strike from stealth. Cool. Oh, darn it. Yeah, don't think I'm going to get my stealth bonus. Okay. Guardian. Sentry. Combat drone.
Here we go.
Okay. God damn it, woman. What are you doing?
We made it.
Would you please not get yourself that badly damaged? Right, there was one more, but did she take it? She's perverting. Well, this is true. This is true. Right. Let's just save the game. She must have taken one of them out. Good job. Right, so I was supposed to get a logic module from here as well. Retrieve a logic model from one of the Automechanicals there. Okay, so all quests lead inside. Vending machine discovered. Ooh. Okay, that's all fairly standard. How am I? I see. Right, let's sell some of these. I could break them down, but... So advanced defensive helmet. Right. Yeah, we'll sell that. Okay, let's just... Sorry, fella, but you shot first. Right, let's make sure there's not any more like that around the other side tucked away. Okay. That looks like the main door to me. Time. Okay, cool. I'm not, you know, inclined to go in by the main door. Peeps might be expecting that.
Okay, gone quiet. The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Well, we're just clearing this place out. So the reality is we're not doing anything yet. I'm having at least one more conversation with people here before we start cutting any power. Oh, there's the control room. Redirect power plant status. Access protein operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being. Okay, we are not redirecting the power at this time. Yeah, no wonder they're having issues. I mean, best of all worlds would be fix this place. Error terminal manage. All the records have been purged. 2 files are available. I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Aha! I thought there might be a copy here. Radio's been sputtering and I needed the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Chaos everywhere. Mechanical's gone haywire. Gunfire here and some screens. Oh Lord, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency free from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of the Spacer's Choice family. Yeesh. Right. Fairly standard fare. That says sealed.
I wish I could do that.
Geothermal Security Office. Unlock doors. Warning, this facility is in a state of lockdown. Enter passcode. Space Thompson, R. Thompson. Personnel files. Okay, let's see if we can find out what happened here. Access log personal 79. Personal logs, S. Tanaka, Chief of Security. Chester Higgins again. That holehead found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property, just in case I'm reading this a couple of days from now. I'm feeling bad for what I've done. Let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic model. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Okay, there's our logic module. That may also explain, this Chester Higgins may explain what happened here. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with automechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. The company tells us they are safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automechanical never will. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. The company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Wow. Log 98. Worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here. Just trying to gather my courage. Just going to make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. Okay. Security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Run a quarterly audit. Wow. Yeah. Optional. Geothermal security chiefs. Right. Just gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Okay, so receptionist. Ooh. Plant worker. No security chief. That may not be the control room he was going for. I'd rather get his card than using my mag picks.
Done.
Okay.
Clever.
Ooh. Am I missing a body somewhere? Mm-hmm.
Process.
Someone's coming. Here they come! Look at us! Down they go!
Plant worker.
Eyes up! That's the last of them!
Right. Plant worker, plant worker. Okay. I hope I did a good thing. I really hope I did a good thing because I can't shut it off.
Go away, Phantom!
Oh crikey, what's this? We got someone in here.
Go away, Phantom!
Let me guess. This guy is going to be the one that was probably responsible for this whole mess.
No, 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 just leave me alone! Go away, Phantom! You're not real. You're not real.
Yeah.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Sneak. Sneak. I wasn't trying to startle you. Most people don't see me coming.
Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Yikes. Slow down and tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Right. Back away slowly. What is it you do here?
Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
You've been down here this whole time. How did you not starve?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I
Yikes.
had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their
Yeah.
bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't
I was
killed.
on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Wet and wriggly. Yeah, yes. If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Right. Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with
Yes,
it.
that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find the logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module. The tail.
Yes.
Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Yeah.
Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
Right. Now, we have seen doors down here.
Great work.
Okay. Whoa. A lot
I'm
going
seeing
on here.
You're liable to get scalded.
Right. We must have missed the room he was referring to. Yeah, we have. Oh no. This is literally all that's down here. Oh. We did miss those things though. So it's good we came back. And an impact hammer. Okay, we missed a few things. Optional. I love the sound of the sprats. Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational.
Oh,
Combat
don't try and shoot
systems
me.
operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
This is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive.
Oh.
Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Let me get this straight.
Mechanicide protocols loaded.
Wow.
Awaiting confirmation.
Granted. Access repair log 12. Well, we just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all of our mechanicals every Sentry and Joan. Just in case I'm all... Right, so they did all see Higgins. Okay. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All as I know that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, so the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a little bit of snooping by myself. Right. So it's Spacer's Choice themselves that may have screwed this up. Ain't it? Okay. Well now. Right. What have we got here? Automechanical control terminal. If I modify their behavior, they go into attack Jeremy. I don't want them to attack Jeremy. Select new mode. Error. Intruders, any? Okay. Right. I'm not even sure if there's any automechanicals left in here. Let's pick this.
Nicely done.
Corrupted logic module. Right. I've got a question. Now that I pulled that lever, what efficiency is the plant running at? Plant status. Still 22%. Right. I am going to call it there, I think, for tonight. It's getting late here. I've still not made up my mind exactly what I'm going to do, so I think I want to go and talk to people and see if there's one more chance. Get them to do something other than make me choose one or the other. We will have to see. So, let's save. Okay, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I'm actually going to be playing this again on Saturday, 4 p.m. in the afternoon GMT. It can't be late, I just had lunch. I'm sorry, Weasel Boy. But for me it is late, so I'm going to bring things to a close there. I think, as I am feeling it a bit, what we will do is we will just... I'm just looking to see if there's anyone I know playing the Outer Worlds. I wonder. Let's see what these guys are doing. They're all doing Elite Dangerous, but I'm feeling very tired, so I am actually going to just bring it to a close there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you maybe on another occasion. Current schedule is Wednesday Elite Dangerous, Thursday and Saturday Outer Worlds, and Sundays is Elder Scrolls Online. So if you want to watch some more Outer Worlds, details are in the panels. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.